Welcome everybody to Spirit Talk with Shan, my new YouTube channel. Today we are here with Zhane Sweeney, and I'm so excited to introduce her. I met her over a year ago as I was deciding to move to Taos, New Mexico, and I had been selling all of my furniture in my salon. And I was so excited that Zhane came in with her mom and she decided that she wanted to buy the facial table. And when she walked in the door with her mom, we had an immediate connection, which sometimes happens with me. I know other people think I'm a little crazy sometimes because of my connection with people, that her and I really connected, and we were immediately started talking about spirituality and healing and all the types of things that she had been thinking about. And her mom was there with us and thought that the two of us, just knew each other forever. So anyway, during that interaction, I saw that I was going to be moving, and I had said to her before she left, her and her mom left, that I thought I see them coming to Taos next year, and I didn't understand why, because at that time I didn't know I was moving here, and I also didn't know that I was going to be hosting retreats. So fast forward, last October, Janae and her mom, Malika, came to my retreat, and it was really a profound experience that I had with all of them and all the things that they have achieved since the retreat, which was so exciting to me because I really didn't know what to expect. So, Zhane, I would love to ask you, what made you come to the retreat, and any of your experiences about the retreat since you've returned?
Yeah. So I, just like you said, when we first saw each other, it was that instant connection. So I knew that even when I left that day, that there would be way more to come. So that was always in the back of my mind. Like I always knew we were going to meet again. And I knew, as watching you going forward, that I wanted to go to the retreat. But when it came to October, it was more of like that inner calling that you have when you just know, like it's pulling you. And I was in the middle of trying to start a new business and moving a new location. And I had so much confusion going on, and I really was seeking clarity, but from a really deep place. And I just knew that Taos was going to be kind of like that missing piece that I needed. And so everything aligned, and I went, and the rest is history. It was just absolutely incredible. And I really, really took away, I think the most important aspect was true self love. And I think that really propelled me forward into really figuring out my business and what I needed, because it wasn't coming from my personality or my ego. It was coming from this really deep place within myself. So, and yeah, that was the journey I was looking for.
That's great. And so, during talk about the journey that occurred while we were on the retreat. You don't have to talk about personal information because obviously that's private, but there are a lot of people here listening and watching that are not understanding what goes on at this retreat and why they would be able to want to come to a retreat like this. So if you want to speak to a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, when you get to Taos, it's the place itself is healing. I mean, we're from Jersey. I'm from Jersey. So it's really chaotic, it's frenetic over here. So being in Taos alone is like going to another country almost. Like you're really away from it all. And the energy there is really, really incredible. And if you're not really tuned to feeling that, it's more like feeling just at peace instantly, to put it simply. So that allows for a lot to come in where you can actually heal and start working on things that you might have been avoiding. We did tons of meditation. That was really big. And so the energy from the land combined with the meditation and the healing that you were providing it was just beyond, and it really takes you there. Like I said, it helps me come out of my everyday routine and my regular reality, and really deeper into myself. So yeah, so with all of that, we had done things like horseback riding that was really incredible, or the feast and float on the Rio Grande. And that those experiences alone, like I said, it's really about the place and the energy there that really shifts you and just opens you to receive a lot more than you would typically see in your day to day. And it's all about experience. When it comes to spirituality, you can research a lot, or energy even. You can talk about it all you want, but you need that experience. Like, conceptually knowing these things isn't going to be enough. So I really urge everybody, just have the experience, and it's incredible.
And when did you first know that you had these types of gifts or intuition or abilities?
It was really subtle. It started more because I was getting dreams, and whenever somebody would pass away, they would always come to me. And I think in my earlier years, I would kind of write it off, as, it's just a dream, but it's really not that, obviously. So, and then aside from that, I always had like a deep connection in myself to something greater. And it's not like I was firm in understanding it, but it was just something I always carried with me. And I suffered, a lot of losses, my dad, my best friend. So when those things started happening, my dreams were really accelerated. And those were kind of where I was like, okay, is there something else to this? So yeah.
So you continue to explore, and we share a lot of things in common. One of the things that I noticed, and that came into me before this interview today, was that we share a parallel life where I used to be a hairdresser and an image consultant for many years. And as I was closing that chapter, you were opening that chapter as you also do hair, you're also a lash tech. And so, but it's more than just those titles for us. I think that we both realize that even though that's our title or that's how people may come to us, really we're always doing healing work in that space. So it was so encouraging for me that I was passing the baton to you, and I was passing on my healing table, my actual healing table, to you, because I was guided to pass that on. And so now I know why. So then what happened after? Your goal was is to open up your own salon, but you really didn't know how to do that. You were working as a lash tech in someone else's space, but you really wanted to do your own thing. But, how old are you? You're
I'm
20,
20.
you're 24. So it's a little scary to open your own business. So I remember during the future visioning that you had a vision that you wanted to open your own business. And then things started to happen so synchronistically when you came back. Do you want to talk about that a little bit? That was really exciting.
This is the most profound thing. I mean, I even have my journal here. I can pull it out later. But everything that I wrote in during the retreat, in our future visioning, for real, it's all here right now. It's crazy. So I knew, back up like a little bit, like I am doing the hair, I'm doing the lashes, and there's this other aspect of me that I know, I'm here for a deeper purpose, and I have like this spiritual work. So I was really in a place where I was trying to bring these two worlds together. And it was, like I said, it was coming from more of my ego place. So in coming to the retreat, I was able to really, with the help of Shan, kind of look at it from another angle and in a deeper way. So we were doing first releasing in the retreat, because when you're manifesting, you want to clear, release, and do your shadow work. And then later on, we had moved into future visioning. And that's where we're writing what we want and we're in this meditation. And I saw so clearly that it was going to happen and that it was coming. And, you know, we were decorating everything in there, like really, really seeing it all. And so when we were driving to the airport, I had heard for some reason apothecary, and I remember saying to Shan, "Does apothecary mean anything?" And you know, she's like, "Well, maybe," but you know, it was like a question mark a little bit. And what she also had said to me was that you are going to find a salon that already is built. It has everything in it. It's there for you. Which was the exact opposite of what I was looking at, was office spaces to flip. And I don't have money for that. So that was a big part of it. So it was the salon and apothecary that was coming in. And I ended up looking and doing research, and I found a salon in Flemington where I am now. And it said something about apothecary. That wasn't the salon I was meant to be in, but as working with Shan, I had already become privy to seeing a sign is a sign regardless. And the purpose of seeing apothecary and coming out to Flemington was because when I walked the main street, I knew this is where I needed to be because of the energy. When I was in Taos, I was so clear. So just coming back, I could feel very easily in my body what felt good and what didn't, because that's what we were practicing in the retreat. And so coming to Flemington, long story short, it wasn't that salon. It's across the street, but it's the salon I'm sitting in right now. And that was like, I found it on the 444th day that it was listed. It was all of these synchronicities, and it all just came together, and here we are. So it's crazy.
So actually 3 months, almost to the day of coming back from the retreat, January 1st, you opened up your very own salon that you are in
Yeah.
right now.
Yes.
So that's just so exciting for me as somebody that's hosting these retreats. My intention is for everybody to be where they're meant to be and for them to follow their own intuition and learn the gifts that they have for themselves. And so just hearing it from you is just a great way for people to understand for themselves. How do you even explain what occurs during these retreats? It's one of the things that's so hard to communicate because it is an experience and it is a place to come to delve into these things and shift and move forward. So I am so grateful to have you. And I will say that uh, Janae's gifts have really catapulted beyond what I could have ever imagined. And this time that she's coming to this retreat, she will be helping me to facilitate because of her abilities. And I love collaborating. And and then she did vision, and I also did see the same vision that she saw, that she will be opening up a mystery school to help teach others in person as part of her new business. So I'm so excited to have you on here today and that we did meet and we followed all of the synchronicities together. And also, I just want to add that her mom did come with her, and I had another family that came, a brother and a sister. And so much healing was done for both of those families as well. So the retreats are not just for solo, they can be for couples, they can be for families, they can be mother-daughter. It's really whatever lines up at that time. So I'm so excited for the retreat that's coming up at the end of this month, March 31st. And we welcome all of you to, check it out, shandivinehealing.com/retreats. And if you liked this video today, please like and subscribe. And thank you so much, Zhane. I'm so grateful to you, and I'm so glad for the journey that you're on.
Thank you. It's beyond. And I have to say, anybody that's listening, truly, you know when you feel the calling, even if it's like a question mark, lean into it. That it's very subtle, but you won't regret it. And there's a reason, and you have no idea what lies ahead of you when you go on a journey like this. So I hope to see you there too. It's so
Yes, and it's a beautiful day in Taos, New Mexico. Thank you all.